What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of RawGameplay.com, where the only thing we like raw is our video gameplay. What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on,
This
guys?
guy Sean is
My
here.
name is Sean G.
This is Corey Ashley, Neil Supreme.
And I'm Mikael Herdel, the smooth one. All right, and today's episode, we're going to talk about God of War 3, as he was saying. God of War 3.
God of War.
Let's get straight to the point because we got a lot to talk about. Let's start off with the storyline.
Oh, yeah. Kratos, once again, back in action.
Yes, yes.
It's like the third installment, yeah?
Yes. Kratos is on his way to his turn or something, like Corey said. And before, when it was telling the people about, Dante's Inferno, those guys out there that was, I was talking about, and they said, oh, we got the emails, oh, it's not a great write-off, whatever.
Yeah, I say it's not really too much of like God of War. I mean, storyline. But as far as the storyline for God of War 3, what is we talking about? What age are we in? What biblical side are we? Are we in like?
This is like the Greek mythology.
The Greek mythology. He's
yes.
he's a Spartan, if I'm correct, right?
Yes. He is Spartan. That's why he has a fiery nature. So this is where it left off at God of War 2, where he teamed up with the Titans to go take out the rest of the gods, and mainly Zeus, which turned out to be his pops.
Yes.
People found out,
Dude is mad at his pops.
Yeah, so you pretty much get thrown right into the mix where you're on your way to Mount Olympus to go after these guys.
Now, from what I heard, because I never played God of War 1 or 2, so I heard this starts off directly from where God of War 2 ends.
Yeah,
is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
So in God of War 2, when he was climbing the back, he was actually fighting on the back of that big stone monster thing.
Still monster. That'll be Gaia.
Gaia.
Gaia, and Gaia feels pain because
And it's a living rock, people.
a bunch of living rocks. Actually, it was a bunch of them actually.
Yeah. But like, of course, you have to like work your way up as usual. The third installment, as you people who are God of War veterans, you guys know what you got to do. So further on in the game, you get a lot more weapons, power ups, because you start off with brolickness, and then you get knocked down. You gotta build back up again. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of unimpressed. I'm like, okay, I played God of War 1 and 2 already. I know what to expect. And yes, I played Dante's Inferno. The combat system similar. I'm like, okay, some of the same stuff. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's some of the same stuff until I got further in the game.
Yeah, me too.
The story is actually compelling. The way these guys are running with the characters and the storyline. That's what keeps you motivated as a story.
What about you? Because I know you made a huge deal about this game here.
Listen.
And you're like, oh my God, look at this. Look at the fighting scenes. Oh my God, did you see the action? Did you see the graphics? Come on, man. Say all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm a big fan. The visuals is crazy.
It's crazy, son. I ain't gonna front. You read about it.
I know Mike was telling me, I called him and I said, Mike, you're gonna love this game. You're gonna love this game. Mike said, I'm versatile. I got here today and Mike said, I'm not feeling that well.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. God of War 3 is nice. It ain't my cup of tea. I played it for like about 5 hours. Got frustrated. The double jumping got on my nerves. It's definitely a button smasher. It doesn't matter, I got a little upset because I kept having to repeat certain things all over again, especially when I was fighting, I forgot his name, the water horse guy.
I forgot the water horse guy.
I was getting mad, son. I was like, yo, what was it? I'm hitting his nail. He's like sitting there in the background, and then his horse just goes whomp, whomp,
and that's
whomp.
one of the easier bosses in the game.
It's like one of the first ones.
Yeah, it's one of the first ones.
Now, we don't want to get too far and spoil it for everybody because they say we be spoiling it when we talk about it.
Right, you gotta break some eggs, make an omelet.
So, Sean, what do you think about the gameplay?
The gameplay is great, and it's very simple now. You tap the buttons. Like I said, the play mechanics is incredible. You do your combos, like Corey said before. You start off with your regular powers, and then when you get further on in the game, they take them away, and you gotta fight to get them back.
Yeah.
I know Mike was like, "Oh, Sean, this and that." When I first saw the game, I don't know, maybe it was my TV. Because I got one of those Samsung TVs that make stuff look. The game was looking crazy,
extraordinary.
Extra. That 120 megahertz that TV comes with.
Okay. So honestly, what's so special about God of War 3? I'm not a hater, and I normally get hate mail, and I don't care. I'm prepared for it. I know you guys love it. Oh, a big shout out to DualShock's TV.
Yes, DualShock's TV right here.
You mother fuckers. Okay, get it.
God of War, the franchise is good because when the first one came out for the PS2. It had everybody open.
Yes, it did.
And the combat system was like, not the first, but one of the ones that exploit that kind of combat system the first, where you have to do the interactive button pressing.
Yes.
And then, you know, you beat that one, the story was tremendous. And then the second part came through, you're like, okay, your mouth watering for the first one, you're waiting for the second one. The story continues with him and the gods and the titans and all that stuff for
Greek mythology.
It's like watching a movie.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is like something unraveling because the story is like tight. That's the main big thing about God of War is like not only Kratos' character, but their intertwining of the Greek mythology storyline.
And they're almost as accurate as what it really
yes.
is.
Right-
you got
right to the
Medusa.
point.
You got a whole bunch of you got Medusa. You got that. I forgot what's
You
the
got
water guy.
Poseidon.
You have
Zeus.
You have Zeus in
You got
it.
Hades.
You got Hades.
I like the part. Can I talk real quick about the part where he was actually after he finished fight I keep forgetting his name, the water guy.
Poseidon.
Right?
Poseidon.
Dude pulled him out the water, busted up his ass.
From his point of view.
From his point of view, and then you had to push R1, R2,
Yeah, so you can see through his eyes.
and then you take your thumbs and go and stab his eyes out.
Yeah.
Yo, they put some serious detail into this game.
the game is not for kids.
It's not. It's
Oh,
and it
well,
has
it's very
breast
true.
in it. You know me.
It's not for kids.
I'm a gamer breast guy.
And there's a little something later on in the game, so you may want to
Yes,
tell the
yes.
kids to go to bed.
Yeah, we don't
afterwards.
want to spoil it.
Yes, I mean, okay, so all right. I played about 5-6 hours worth of it. I know you probably ended the game. I know you ended it because I called you and you was like, I'm not finished with it yet. You sure you want to come get it? I was like, yeah. He was like, the static on the phone. Mike, I'll call you back later. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, the game is good because especially once you know you're getting into the back in the saddle, it may take a while, but you know then the gears start turning. It's like you know you can't help but play so you can further yourself. That's one thing the game captivates and motivates you to keep moving forward, so you can get to the end of the game and find out what happens in the storyline.
It's like watching a movie. Of course, it's exclusive. We didn't say this for the PS3,
of course.
unfortunately. So cover your ears, Xbox 360 guys.
Yeah,
whatever the
sorry,
case
sorry,
is.
sorry, guys.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing real quick. I did not like about the game is in the middle of for me becoming a first person playing this game for the first time. I didn't like the fact that when it shows you to decide what buttons to push, you have to push a certain button sequence to do certain things.
Right.
It shows it to you while you're fighting.
Right.
I didn't like that part. And then when I try to pause it to see what it looks like, it goes to a different screen.
Right.
So I couldn't even see what it was.
Right, because you got to get used to it. But this one is like people who's used to the
Yes,
God of War series.
used to that same
Yeah.
process.
That's right. They designed it so if you really go ahead, son.
I'm saying that they made it actually a bit better because before they had the buttons like right in the middle of the action.
And you couldn't even, when
Really
you
see
first
what's
played.
going on. So if you had an audience watch you play, they're enjoying your work. You're busy pressing the buttons. You don't even know what's going on in the back. So they kind of like put it on the four corners of the I guess the four sides of the screen for you. So it has a lot of room to spare, so you can see more what's going on.
Yeah,
And
the buttons kind of repeat themselves if you get, if you die.
Right.
That's what I noticed about the game.
yeah.
Just the whole general. Why is Kratos so mad? And what's going on? We got a minute and a half left.
Well,
y'all tell me this, please.
Go ahead, Corey. You explain.
That's actually from the first one because he was a Spartan warrior, and he's pretty much really victorious in battle all the time, and he was about to bite the big one. But then he said, "Hey, listen, Ares, if you get me through this, I'll owe you my life." And Ares said, "Okay, I'll get you through it." He was able to vanquish all his enemies, but then Ares, of course, being Greek mythology guy that he is, tricked him. He tricked him.
Okay.
And he also, and in the process, he ended up killing his wife and his daughter.
That's right. That's what I gather. Because like I said, I'm the first time coming into this game. I didn't know. I actually like the game. As far as renting it, buying it, or forgetting about it, what do you guys say?
Oh, come on, buy it.
Buy it, man.
Buy a couple. Listen, me tell you, my PlayStation broke the day I got the game. I went and bought a new one.
Yeah, that's what you're telling me.
Wow, boy.
I would pretty much say, forget about this. No, I'm just kidding. Buy this game. So this game is definitely good. We got a few seconds left if I want to take the time. Definitely, like I said, Raw Gameplay is on DualShockers Network. How you doing, DualShockers Network? DualShockers, like I said, the end gadgets of video game world because they always have up-to-date stuff on their pages. If you know video games and you want to know more about it, go to DualShockers.com. Of course, RawGameplay.com. One more thing I got to say. Monthly Beatdown number 11 is on March 26th at the E-Spot.
Yeah.
Cash prizes are available. I'm Street Fighter 4. Come get it. Come get some money. Y'all know how we do it. Go to rawgameplay.com and click on the monthly beatdown banner to find out more information and time of location and all that kind of stuff. We have 2-3 team versus and one-on-one.
That's new.
So get it popping, son. hey, once again, I'm your host, Michael C. Hurdle.
And I'm Sean G.
And this is Corey Ashley.
And we will talk to you guys later.